Yours is good? Okay.
Perfect. You know, we need.
Good morning, Abigail. Good morning, Caitlin, Aiden, Jocelyn. How are you doing this morning? Hold on. How are you doing this morning? You're good? You're good? Ready to go? You just want to go back to bed? I don't blame you. Yeah, it's because you get a little bit extra time, so you got a little bit of time to sleep in today. You can't sleep in? Oh. Good morning, Christian. How you doing? Okay, so let's get started. I'm excited to see everybody. I'm seeing Aiden, I'm seeing Affendale, I'm seeing Catherine, I'm seeing Layden, I'm seeing Pietra, I'm seeing Affendale, Catherine. Anybody else? I'm seeing it, Aiden, Caitlin, and Jocelyn. There we go. Okay, so how's everybody doing this morning? We're starting our first day of school. Can everybody still hear me? Shake your head yes if you can still hear me. Okay, good. So we're going to start our day with Bible like we always do. So our verse today is the James 1. Who remembers the James 1 from 2 weeks ago? Let's see. So give me a minute. So let's start with James, and let me see if I can get this up here for you. I don't want that. I want that. So let's see. Can somebody, while I play around with this, come on. I'm going to do that. Let's just start with our Bible story, and then we'll do our Bible verse tomorrow since that's not working. So we left off with Elijah, and Elijah helped a mother with oil for her two sons and self. So today we're going to pick up another story of Elijah, and this one's a little bit different. In Elijah's day, the Syrians kind of ruled Israel, and they would take people and make them their servants. So this man right here is Naaman, and this is his wife, and then his servant, and this little servant girl was from Israel, so she was taken from her home to be a servant for Naaman. Now Naaman had a problem. Naaman had leprosy, and leprosy back then was very contagious and could easily be contacted and wasn't really pleasant. Normally, you had to live away from people in order to not get them infected. So Naaman was here as a servant, but he was a mighty ruler of an army. So this little servant girl said to Naaman, listen, in back in Israel, there's a prophet who can heal you. Now think of this. If someone came and took you from your home and made you serve them, would you be the first to go and try to help them? No, I wouldn't either, would you? That's kind of hard, isn't it? If we had to go and someone took me away from my home and made me serve them, I wouldn't be the first one to go and help them. I'd probably be mad, I'd probably be angry, but guess what? This little servant girl wasn't that. She told her master, goes, listen, I know of a person who could heal you and who could help you. She was kind even when people weren't kind to her. Is that easy to do? No, that's really hard to do. I know I couldn't do it. Now, Naaman had a choice. Naaman had a choice. Was he going to listen to the girl? Or was he going to just think that he knew it all? So thankfully, guess what? Naaman goes, listen, the girl might have really be onto something, so he decides to travel to Israel and to find the prophet Elijah. Now, Naaman was a great man. He had a lot of pride. So when he came to Elijah's house, Elijah sent his servant out. And he goes, I was thinking I was going to talk to Elijah himself. And all he sent me out as a servant? I can't believe this. And then Elijah told him to do something even more disgusting. He told him to go dip himself in a river 7 times. And in that river was dirty. It was disgusting. It wasn't clean. It wasn't clear. And he had dipped himself in this dirty river 7 times. Who wants to go dip themselves in a dirty, muddy river? Anybody want to do that? If we could do it for fun, right? But he goes, oh, I'm not doing that. There's so many other rivers. There's so many clear rivers. I'm going to go and dip myself in a clear river. But is that what Elijah said to do? No, he didn't say to do that. If I answer a yes or no question, just shake your head no or shake your head yes so I can see you're following along with me. So, he goes, listen, I'm going to not do it. This is crazy. But who told him to do it? The prophet Elijah, right? So do you think he should obey? Or he's getting ready to leave and one of his servants go, listen, if Elijah said to do it, something really big, maybe like give away all your money, or move to Israel, or do something really big, would you have done it? So why not go do this? So Naaman finally listened to what we call reason, or someone trying to talk him into doing what's right. And he goes and dips himself in the muddy Jordan River. Now, I could imagine Naaman. First time down, comes up. I still have 7 spots on my arm. Nothing better. He said 7 times. Down twice. Nope, still not better. And he did that 6 times. Could you imagine on the 6th time going, still dirty, no better. I still have leprosy. I'm going to give up and go home. He would have been one dip away from a healing if he did that. If he quit too soon. But guess what? He did all 7 times. And on the 7th time, he came up and he was perfectly made whole. You know what? In our life, sometimes we pray for something, we want something, we ask God for something, and it seems like it's taking forever. And we go, oh, that's it. I'm done. I quit. But just like Naaman, if Naaman would have quit on the 6th time, he still would have been a leper. He did it the full amount that God had asked him to do, and he was made whole. So in life, guess what? We're going to do a lot of times that we're going to pray, and we're going to pray, and we're going to pray. It looks like that God just not answering when we want him to. don't give up praying, because you know why? That one last time might be the time that God gives what you are asking Him for. Remember we talked about God sometimes says yes, God sometimes says no, and God sometimes says wait. So don't give up just as God's getting ready to say yes. Or maybe it's no. Maybe we're asking for something that just isn't right for us. If I ask God for a really big mansion somewhere, God might not answer that prayer for me. You know why? Do I need a mansion, do you think? Who thinks that I need a really big mansion? Yeah, I agree. I don't need a big mansion. My mom will agree with me. Because guess what? With a really big mansion, me and my mom have to clean it, and that's a really lot of work. But so I might ask God for something that God says, no, you just don't need right now. And other times I ask God for something, and God says, you can have it, but just not right now. And then sometimes what we all like, God says, yes. And then if God tells us to do something, should we just obey half the way? No, we should obey all the way. Second of all, if someone's mean to us, or someone does something that maybe shouldn't have been done to us, does that give us a right to be mean back? No, we should still be kind, just like this little servant girl that we really never find out her name was nice to somebody who was mean to her. We should be nice to people who maybe just don't treat us the way that we think we should be treated, or don't just treat us nice. And just like Nahum, make sure that we obey God completely, not just part of the way, all the way. So, Aiden, I seen your hand was up. What was your question? Yep. Yeah, we will do it. But listen, do you think Naaman knew exactly if it would make him feel better? Because no, he didn't really know Elijah. He only knew Elijah through the girl. But I would do it, yeah. If I knew that God was the one talking to me, or God's man was talking to me and told me to do it, and that I would feel better, I would do it too. I don't think a little bit of dirt should stand in the way of that, right? Definitely not obeying God. But sometimes when God tells us to do something, it isn't always, do we always understand every little bit of it? No, sometimes we don't understand it. But does that mean that what God told us isn't right? No, it is always right, even if we don't understand it. So I'm going to try to get your verse up on the screen, and I'm going to give you a couple minutes to write it while we're in class. So what you need now is if you have a piece of loose leaf paper and a pencil, you get that ready while I get your verse. So are you seeing a big white screen right now that says James 3 on it? Yeah. Okay, so give me a minute. I'm going to try to get this up for you so that you can see it, and then you can copy it, okay? At the door. Oh, hold on. Yeah.
For some reason, whenever you mute me or something like that, and I can't talk, like, and you hear me, how come I can hear everyone else except, like, for some people? I can hear almost the whole class.
No, only a couple times that I unmute the whole class. I have to unmute you. If I don't unmute you, I can't hear you.
Oh.
It just helps cut out any background noise from us, from when I'm teaching. So